Jungle camps, ancient stacks, very, very vital to try and contest or finish off. And that's what Abed is doing right now. Taking this time to go and clear out the ancient stack off to the east, has himself a medium and a large camp stacked as well. I mean, how much gold is this? Is it like a 1,200 gold burst for Abed?
We'll switch to net worth now and see how much that changes. I mean, Ice is still leading, but I mean, he was doing very well for himself now with...
So he was 3,600 before he started this.
So that's 500 gold from the ancient camp.
Like
and
500 from ancients, then there's another...
You can stack him once again.
400?
I don't know if he's even going to try. It's a bit difficult when it gets this many creeps, so it kind of bugs out for you. I love that you can actually see it says the stack now. Thought it's too easy, guys. He's not gonna get. Oh, he is gonna get the stack there, and he's gonna clear the 2 camps. 3,600 when he started, you said.
Yeah. So he's gonna be like 1.2, 1.3k gold.
That's right? Really nice. What's the time on that blink dagger? What, 11-minute blink dagger, more or less?
He's gonna have it.
With the last camp? I don't think so. No. He's a bit off.
With the big ancients.
Oh right, yeah, the ancients there. Yeah, you're right.
He's gonna be a bit off. He's gonna be like 150 off, right?
More or less, but he almost has it. So let's say 11 to 12 minute, no, 11 like and a half minute blink dagger. That's pretty nice timing.
Does he try these ancients? They're a bit annoying.
Nah, you should anyway, because you're so close to.
He's got refract, yeah, of course.
Yeah. And he has a trap as well. Yeah. I love that we've just been watching this guy farm for a while,
it's
but
the
it's very
most important
satisfying.
thing happening. Like nothing else is happening.
I mean, it is very important to watch him see, or to see if he gets the blink dagger. There's a later
70
timing.
gold off the blink. Super sick timing. And look at the acceleration there. All of a sudden, he goes from being dead even with the Deucer to being 600 ahead just with those stacks. And Armel has been farming jungle at
She's doing the same thing, right?
The same pace to the same rate. It's just the fact the stacks were built by Jabs.
Yep. Yep. Jabs was very good at building those stacks, and TNC tried to have more impact in the lanes instead, but Fnatic comes off a bit better from this laning stage, mainly because Ice has a really, really good lane down bottom. And we're going to see Ice now maybe in trouble. Gets the Burrow Strike off. He still has 4 sticky napalm stacks, so there's no way he's getting out of this alive, unfortunately. Ice will have to die. And Gabby does get that kill, so that's a bit of gold for him. But currently, Gabby, is not being the TA by any. He's not even close to being the TA. 1,000 gold away because of those stacks. And TA already has the blink tag, which means more positioning against the Bristleback and an easier way of getting closer to the Dusa.
Uphead just going in on Tims. Can't finish the tier 1 though. I don't think it does it. Now Stampede in. Arbed forced to refraction with the Firefly on top. AU will lasso him back. And look at this, TNC, 5-man maneuver in. I said there were going to be 8 or 9 heroes mid, and it looks like we're going to have a massive team fight. Tower dropped as DJ clears it up, but he'll lose his life in the exchange. Now Tim's falling as MP's arrival does time that's back with a 2-man Burrow Strike with the Epi. He can't chase Gabby, the Bristle's too tanky, he'll go for Cuckoo instead. A quick double edge doesn't get Jabs. Will earn up and walk it off. But my goodness, we get a 5v5 middle lane battle with the tier 1 from the Radiant side falling, though it is Fnatic to take the advantage.
What a great play there by DJ. You see, just walks in right from here. Like, screw it, I don't care about this team fight. I'm killing the Dusa. He saw her. They're low on mana, but she was playing to try to get the experience range, right? The gold range. And he punishes her so hard for that. Very well played there by DJ. Support for Dusa is so worth it. He actually initiates so that they can take more kills from that. So, honestly, Fnatic stabilized that very, very well. Even though TNC does get the TA in the beginning.
It really is just so indicative of how important these teams see the mid-tier ones. You think about the Liquid game.
Yep.
I can't remember who they were against, but they went for that mid-tier 1 before the creep spawned.
Oh yeah, the 5-man push mid.
Yeah, they didn't get the tower. They took it down real low. But this is how important the mid-tier 1s are. It opens up the entirety of the jungle because you can pivot from the mid lane north, kind of north. If you're Radiant north and then east to go into the triangle or to the northern shrine, and it allows you to collapse and connect onto the tier 2s. As bottom lane, Fnatic looking to set up for a tier 2 grab yet again. Ice in the Sandstorm. DJ there with the 4 points in Edict, trying to chip away at the tower. But mid, they're setting up for a fight. Setting up to defend Cuckoo. Centaur has been chased by Jabs, but Tims with a TP in will save the Centaur's life and get a kill.
Bit too confident there, I would say, by Jabs. His positioning, hoping to kill the Centaur, but he's one of the tankiest heroes, and especially to the magical damage of all things. And I just want to look at the Centaur, and so he did go for the Vanguard in the end. We do see Bristleback still in theory going for the Vanguard, but Centaur already has it. So it could be that one Vanguard gets turned into Abyssal. It's not uncommon to see Abyssal and Bristle.
And it's not necessary to finish your items, right?
No. You could just keep it as Vanguard for a while, just be the tanky boy that you want to be. Like, a lot of Bristles don't even finish pipe, right?
I think Timber and Bristle are the two heroes primarily that do that. You know, the kind of Hood and the Vanguard, because you want the damage block, and you want the magic resistance, and you want the HP and the reach.
They're cheap items anyway, you farm quite quickly.
You don't necessarily want to expend that additional gold to finish them off. Yes, it helps your team, but it doesn't help you. And sometimes when you're these big, beefy boys, you have to be a little bit selfish in your item progression.
Yeah, totally. It's okay to want to play, like, not entirely play considering your team in terms of the utility items that you get, especially if you're Bristle Black. He plays a very particular role when you play him as a carry, where you are unkillable, and that actually is useful as opposed to most carries, as we saw in the PL game, because you deal damage just by existing with your skill stacks. And we see the smoke. Yeah, the smoke is from Loda high with a Bad Rider discovering them. Not the best smoke. Center from behind. Weaver's here though. And they catch the Center with the preparations. Stampede comes out in time, but Center's already dead. Without Cuckoo, how do they fight this? They get a lasso off onto the Shadow Demon, stopping that disruption from coming out. The Echo Slam as well, killing off the poor Shadow Demon, but in comes a melt. Abandon with a melt destroys Tims as MP falls after a melt, hoping to get that kill. He does have level 10 already, and he's going to be able to kill off AU instead. Now chasing after the Dusa. Well, he wasn't in the best position at teamfight, to be fair. Now they're actually chasing after, so maybe he's not even that tanky. They didn't get the Spirit Vessel off on him. Gabby's going to go down. Ice canceling him with that Spirit Vessel.
Full Spirit Vessel, beautiful pickup from Ice. I wanted the Slardar, you know, I really would have liked that minus armor, but who the hell needs it when you've got level 4 Meld? Arbed just crushing that Bristleback, even with his back turned. So much physical damage being pumped out by Fnatic. And like you mentioned, that soul release from the Sand King, reducing all of that Bristleback's regen cut through.
So, I've never used the name of the active for the Spirit Vessel of my life, so yeah, soul release, interesting. But
what's the Bloodthorn active called?
The Silence.
No?
What's it called?
I think it's Soulburn. Mine's in German. You can check. Open up the shop and see.
Soul Rend.
Soul Rend. Ah.
Right.
And you're Soul something.
Yeah?
Maybe Orchid is Soulburn.
It's interesting that I've never checked that. I think Orchid might be Soulburn. I think you're right.
Okay.
I know Mjolnir static charge. That's the height.
Static charge is the important one.
Yeah. Cuckoo is gonna be killed off here with the TP.
Attempt with the Fisher from Tims, but doesn't catch. If that catches DJ, the TP completes, but ever so slightly off the mark.
Good positioning there as well by DJ, right?
And now Fnatic start to build their lead.
Look at this, by the way. DJ is actually the one that built mech here for Fnatic. So I like this boy a lot. You have a Lesh that's going to be hard to kill. He has mech right now. Should be able to save himself here. Still has the mana for it. Is the mech. Beautiful effect as well.
So right here, 17 minutes. The next 8 minutes or so, incredibly important for TNC, because they have this Medusa with a Manta style. She's about to hit level 15 to get that Mystic Snake talent. And of course, we were saying before, you play around Medusa's talent and item timings as best you can. They need to take this mid-tier one. That's the most important thing for them now.
I like that Abed takes that bottom tier too, though. You do want to also try to take away the Medusa's farm in their own jungle. You have a lot of offensive wards here for Fnatic. He's trying to control this triangle that we always talk about. I mean, look at these awards. Like, they're literally, you know, protect this area right here. Make sure they can't go near their mid lane, and therefore you stop any rotations this way, rotations this way. Smoke
time from Fnatic again, though. They really want to pile the pressure on and stop. But, you know, TNC, they want to go forward and play. That's what they need to do, because they've got two tanky heroes in the Centaur Bristle. They've got Medusa, who is incredibly difficult to kill, and plenty of damage between them. But it's difficult to make movements. DJ's taking top tier 1. You've lost that tower.
Ooh, smoke by TNC as well to count. Well, I don't know, they were aware of the smoke, but they just go for a counter smoke here. You have a blink on the Centaur. Pretty big. No blink on battery just yet. Doesn't really need it if the Centaur can catch someone regardless. They go for the Shadow Demon first, and they can stop no disruption anymore. And go the Shadow Demon, lasso on the Weaver as well. Ideal. And the Stone Gate has been used a bit too early, perhaps. Ice, no epicenter, but they're still going to fight this. They're all bunched up, but there's no area damage because of lack of epicenter. It's a bad who starts hitting, and oh my god! Cuckoo ceases to exist. As they go for Armel next, he's almost on a mana. The burst like hits too, because Ice perfectly lines it up. And Armel is gonna die here in the jungle together with Tims following in his footsteps.
This game's over.
Fnatic is... No, you know what? Not Fnatic. Abed is ridiculous. Did you see? It's a Centaur, and you treat him like he's made out of paper.
It's the draft again. You know, you have this Soul Catcher which removes 30% of that Centaur's HP, like, immediately. Then you've got the Meld Strike, the dash from Abed takes another, like, 60%. The Centaur's left on 10% HP. What do? You've got to run away or die. And he tries to run, and then he dies anyway. Immediately into the Roche Pit they go. Abed and MP pairing up to take down the big man. As MP has not only finished off that Diffusal Blade, but has the Mana Break talent as well. So plenty of physical damage coming out from Fnatic to go along with that minus armor they have. And they've really swung hard into this one. Bristleback feeling impotent. Vanguard Hood can't do too much. AU want to support Batrider, has a lasso in 20 seconds, but it's all too little too late as Tim's, his blink has been delayed, and he's dead again, and Gabby sprinting away as he does kill off DJ. The Centaur stomp onto the TA, but there's Ice. In with the Burrow Strike and Epicenter yet again. TA will escape, but it's a buyback from Tim's to get the Echo down, and the Sand King looking to fall, but Abed blinks in. Aegis is popped, but Armel's Dusa is gone. Might be forced to buy back in a second because Fnatic are running rampant through this fight. The lasso does grab them another, but Abed's still going wild. Might have to back up though. Blink in a couple of seconds time. Looking for the finish on the Gabby with the side blade spills. Bristleback barely survives with his life as AU keeps the napalms up on him. This Templar Assassin playing with fire though.
Yeah, but she is perfectly fine, gets away and literally unscathed right from this team fight. They can't even go for her. They're concentrating on the Weaver, which is fine actually, because Weaver's actually destroying the Dusa in the backlines, and the Weaver did a really good job there of managing to cut the lane and, well, get the kills they were looking for. Sorry, cut the team fight and get the support kills early, while Abed destroyed the rest of the team and take most of the damage. You do lose a lot there as Fnatic, but of course, like you mentioned, the kill on the Dusa quite valuable, and as long as Abed stays alive, your early to mid game domination is clear. He's also going for a BKB next, which means he is going to be God in these next team fights. There's no way of stopping him. Yeah, you have the lasso, but there's no damage over time to cancel his refraction. So
the one thing that Fnatic missed out on was the tier 2. You know, they dived real deep right towards tier 3s for that team fight.
Yep.
If they got the tier 2 there, losing the Aegis is, you know, perfectly reasonable. Abed, just a little bit of an overextension to get that Medusa kill to finish her off. But it's going to be round 2 in a couple of seconds. I would very much like to see Fnatic go for another smoke, as DJ has already pushed out the mid lane. They're going to regroup, pushed out the top lane, and they'll regroup mid. Smoke should be on the Courier or on Shadow Demon. There we go. Yeah, immediately snap back into action. We'd love to see this. Fnatic will go and try and kick it into 5th gear. 8k lead, 18 to 13. Already looking like they are in the driving seat. Cuckoo in a spot of bother if he gets jumped by this Blink Sand King. Spirit Vessel holding the Burrow Strike for as long as he can.
Nice.
Catches him through the Stampede, and in comes the Lesh, the TA. They'll be able to slow down this Centaur. Clip him with a Split Earth.
That Spirit Vessel dealt so much damage there.
Yeah.
The Soul Release absolutely decimated the Centaur. They even find the Batrider here for the disruption. It's going to be another easy kill for them as long as MP is there. AU has nowhere to go. And
I just don't see Medusa getting, like, Skadi is a good item on Dusa, but I don't think it remedies the situation you're in.
No.
And I don't see Bristleback or Centaur buying an item which allows them to win the game.
I wouldn't mind seeing a Hurricane Pike here on the Dusa, for example, as opposed to the Skadi.
It's real tough, honestly.
Just to deal with the TA, right? Jumping on you and at least getting some space between you two, because otherwise, like...
I would honestly like to have seen a Vlad's on one of these heroes, whether it be the Bristle or the Centaur, just someone.
Yeah, Bristle Vlad's would have been nice. He's going for Solar Crest next, so he's playing full utility Bristle as well. So you pick a carry that's going full utility, together with a Centaur that's going also a lot of utility. And look, it's actually Cuckoo that's going for his 4-staff. I actually like this. I think it's a necessity. You need 4-staffs in this team to help your Dusa out, because she's way too slow.
Yeah, I mean, your supports, like Batrider has no money, ideally wants a Force or a Blink, but never going to get there. Earthshaker needs his Blink Dagger to be a part of this game, and he's 1,000 gold off of it. So you need, like, you've got no Glimmer, you've got no Force, you've got no Lotus Orb, you have no saves at all. You know, coming back to that discussion we had earlier about Oracle getting banned and not having a hero like an OD, you don't have that way to delay or slow down the fight or even a reset. For instance, when we've seen Naga Siren, gives you a save.
And then again, it didn't really work out, right?
No, it didn't work out, but the, you know, the idea is there, the kind of process is still there.
Meanwhile, you have the, and Fnatic, you do actually have that, the disruption of the Shadow Demon, right? That they know how important that is. The Oracle style picks, the Shadow Demon style picks, that sustain or even to some degree the save is very, very valuable. And Fnatic has used it much more efficiently. Just having tanky heroes is nice, but clearly Gabby is not as tanky as he was hoping for. There's a reason not many people pick Bristleback, and the mobility on Fnatic has been enough to counter that passive. And now we'll see another smoke this time coming from TNC, but it does unless I'm mistaken, I think it's a blind smoke as well. So they're just hoping to catch someone out, and they're going the entirely wrong way as well. Maybe they could find Ice here in the mid lane, but he's behind a tier 1, so he should be quite safe. And this tier 1, by the way, has not been touched.
And literally, look at bottom as well. But like both of the remaining tier 1s here, full HP.
Jesus. I mean, bottom is not important. We're talking about how important the tier 1 in the mid lane is.
It's just the fact they don't have any objective that they can kind of connect into. You know, if they make this smoke play into, you know, think of it as like threading the needle, right? They make the smoke play between the two towers, and then they can deviate and split to one or the other, depending on where the creep waves are. They do get some good wards down. Their vision game, it increases, but a smoke from Fnatic is coming through to this Radiant jungle and catching AU, immediately blowing him up. Tim's Fisher, it didn't do anything. The Stampede is forced, and Tim's just trying to sprint away from these aggressive hordes of heroes that Fnatic are throwing his way. Ice with the burst strike into the fog will catch the Earthshaker and quickly dispatch him.
He has been very precise with his
DJ mid, by the way.
Oh, he's actually just destroyed the tower alone. Jesus Christ, he forced a TP splitter a bit too early. But he still has that mechanism though, and Disruption is ready for Kuku. Yeah, there's no Stampede for Kuku right now. Abed is with them.
Nice,
but at least they do find another hero, that being Gabby. Can they kill him in time? He's just hitting him from behind. Not the ideal situation for a bristleback, but apparently damage is sufficient anyway. Look at that. The splash heals him, and now the centaur as well. The wrong condition meld literally decimates this poor centaur. See you on the other side, says Fnatic, as they cook the centaur away.
And now it's very simple. Fnatic have one thing to do on the map. Roshan isn't alive. They don't care bottom lane. So all they have to do is fall back to Shrine, heal up DJ, push out top lane, keep this mid lane pushed in onto the tier 3s. But there's no way that they commit for high ground here. Surely not. Maybe Abed goes to hit it once with a Deso. No, he says absolutely not. I am running away.
Yeah, the Disruption, like, no, don't run away. I'm using your illusions at least.
They really should just swing into
this was
top lane.
The illusions didn't even get. They didn't even reach the tower. Yeah, I think the last tier 2 is not putting pressure. I mean, you were talking earlier about threading the needle, right? The map for TNC is so small. The maneuverability they have when it comes to
the map is there.
That's the map.
That's the line.
And that's only because this tier 2 is kind of still alive and the shrines are still alive. Because soon the map is going to become essentially this.
I guess they do have the one ward down near bottom rune spot, so you could maybe extend into these camps here.
That's very hopeful though, because there's an offensive ward here.
So their map, yeah, I mean it's down there. I think you can.
It's about to expire.
You can expand it to. Maybe the shrine is the limit, for sure. Like, the shrine is like the hard limit. You do not go past this unless you're smoked and you're grouped looking for a play.
And once the tier 3 falls, the shrines will become...
Tim's down bottom, 600 off his blink.
And he might die to the Sanking alone. Ice does
blind again, so sick. But he went through the trees and didn't...
he didn't realize he got him. Wow, Ice is so good he doesn't even realize how good he is.
So coming back to Tim's, you know, I said very clearly 25 minutes was when he usually gets his, you know, blink dagger kind of at the latest, and it ties in with a Deucer, Skadi +1, the Bristleback Vanguard pipe. Everyone else has their items, but not Tim's, and that is a massive problem when the Earthshaker is, you know, absolutely vital in taking team fights here. That Blink Echo Slam really is one of their only hopes in turning this game around from a 14,000 net worth deficit that they're currently facing.
I mean, I was telling you this yesterday, right? The Earthshaker is that kind of pick where it's very risky because he doesn't offer that much in lanes. He definitely needs kills in the mid game to be effective, and you need the Blink Dagger as well. It's a very risky pick. It's a 50-50, as some people say. You either get it or you don't. And if Tim's, in this case, for example, he demonstrated what it's like to be cancelled on the Earthshaker. Not much impact. He can still get some fissures off. That's nice. But 27 minutes in, you want a hero that can do a bit more than fissure. He can only Echo Slam as a counter initiation, which is not what you're looking for as TNC. You need to start proposing kills. But this whole game, you've just been letting Fnatic run you over, let them fight whenever and wherever they want to, and you kind of have to hope that you can withstand the fight, which is the whole point of the tanky hero. It just has not worked out. The strategy is not that strong in these kind of games, especially not against a TA, who's able to quickly just cross your tanky front line and kill your supports, therefore rendering you useless in the team fights. Yeah, take a Roshan now for Fnatic. It's, well, really easy with the TA, right? And I thought he had double damage, but no, this is clear. It's just how much damage he has naturally, and he's gonna find the battery on the top lane. He has a Hurricane Pike. I love the choice of going for the Hurricane Pike also. Easier now even to get the quick kills on the supports, and even a way to get rid of the Bristleback who's trying to hunt you down, as if that's even possible.
We've spent the last 2 days saying how trash and unimportant the bottom tier 1 and tier 2 are for the Dire team. well, for the Radiant team to take and for the Dire team to defend.
Yep.
But in this kind of game, when you have this kind of lead, it is actually important for Fnatic to
don't give any tower gold.
Disallow tower gold. Exactly, but you know it's tower gold, but it's also the map pressure. Being able to take bottom tier 2, pressure the tier 3 there. If you are a Bristleback or a Centaur or something, able to kind of go and tank up the creep waves and just keep on pushing, Fnatic doing a great job mitigating any kind of exploits that TNC are looking for. But here we have it. Blink Dagger Earthshaker, 29 minutes in, finally arrives. As Fnatic are starting to look towards breaching the high ground ramps. We've got Aegis on the TA. She's for that Weaver with a fresh BKB. 10 seconds. TA 10-second BKB as well. It's go time. It's ice, ice, ice. Look for the jump. Finds the Bristleback. Melt Strike misses uphill. So Gabby pops the pipe, keeps his wits about him.
The Sandstorm's still going though, so ISS will keep this lane pusher. Finally, he gives up on it.
Solar Crest super handy as well with that evasion.
There's an angel on TA, so she could just jump whenever she wants to. It's not that dangerous. You know, with the BKB to just walk off after you die once.
For the armor, sorry.
Yeah, the Solar Crest is helping actually now. Maybe kill DJ. ISS goes a bit too far, gets a nice burst track regardless, and TA almost kills Cuckoo just by looking him wrong. DJ in trouble now with a lasso, ensuring this kill occurs. But, well, TNC somewhat defends, right? And managed to keep...
They don't waste Echo Slam. Epicenter. Keeping that Echo Slam is super important.
Yep. So you end the Stampede, actually. Also pretty big. Unless Ice can get the kill on Cuckoo. Cuckoo's in a really bad position. Yosef sets up for the Burst Strike ideally. Uses the Stampede, cancelled by the Burst Strike. In comes MP, uses the BKB, and now Cuckoo in trouble is gonna die here easily. Oh, Abin from behind, S destroys both cores. Gabi's trying to fight him, but you can't look at him because Abin will just destroy you with his attack damage with that that Burst Strike, stopping Armel as well. The Echo's uncommitted finally with a Blink Dagger. It's a nice reveal. Tim's gets it. MP is gone. Abin cannot fight the Medusa. The illusions will actually end up killing Abid, and the Aegis is gone. Now it's time for them to retreat. Seemingly TNC do not want to be greedy here. They want to lose more than they need, but okay, Jabs read that very wrong, sacrificing himself here for nothing.
And this is why shrines are so important. This is why teamfight positioning is so important. And when you're behind, we talked about it 2 games ago, where fighting in your base doesn't give you the opportunities and choke points to actually, you know, kite out BKBs, play around shrines, have buybacks and TPs. It is the Radiant side, defender's advantage on that shrine. Fnatic get a little bit overzealous chasing the Centaur, but going up 2 ramps, committing aggressively with Blinks and Hurricane Pikes up onto that high ground is so damn risky. Fnatic give away a lot of their momentum. And it's a new...
Cuckoo also, sorry, that was also a fantastic reveal by Tim's, right? With a Blink Dagger.
Onto the Weaver. Like, it was a solo Echo Slam onto the Weaver. He only caught one, but it was the only one he kind of needed to catch. That Medusa stood her ground with that freshly purchased Skadi, slowing people down. But yeah, it's a breath of fresh air here for TNC, as they can maybe now think about starting to leave their base and cross the river from time to time. Fnatic very likely waiting for that 3rd Roshan to really commit and consolidate the lead that they have.
And the Medusa's Skadi is actually pretty big. Not only tankability, but often overlooked. 45 attack speed reduction. But the T8 has not the best agility game for being an agility carrier. Usually rely on the burst and then gain 2 or 3 hits to finish someone off. Definitely not the case with Medusa, right? You need to keep hitting. If you fight a 1v1 against Medusa without 45 attack speed reduction, that's like a, what, level 2 liquid fire more or less? It's not the easiest thing. You can get a lot of damage taken away from you. And you also have to deal with a super tanky Medusa. Abid is starting to reach his peak in terms of damage, and he's been dominating this whole game, but obviously there's a reason why TA is not a late game carry. Although if he was good at any point in the game, and everyone would just pick the TA. And the Medusa can start to stand his ground, and the Butterfly might make a difference if it wasn't because Abid already has an MKB predicting that Butterfly, and also a fantastic item on the TA.
Ice went for a solo play, tried to look for Cuckoo in the mid lane, busted out the epicenter, but they're 4 staffs. And all the save they have with the pipe on that Bristleback keep Cuckoo nice and alive. And the pushes do come in, the double-pronged attack, mid and bottom lane, shoving the waves in. Ice goes to clear out top. And yet again, the map closes in around TNC. They're smoking. They're moving out. They're looking for another team fight around their shrine. Buyback-wise, we are looking at Bristleback as the only one on the Radiant with it as they jump the SD. Quick and easy kill on that Shadow Demon. There's a turnaround. Big Echo Slam. Timms catches 3. There's the BKB. He has the time left to cheese, but he's not able to get it off. MP somehow dies through it all, has no buyback. 3 heroes down, Fnatic losing out now. Same place, same position. They try to fight near this Radiant Shrine, and yet again they lose out.
Oh, they don't catch Ice with a fissure, but Bristleback is still chasing. I think Ice should be fine. Regardless, what a play there by Tims. Jesus Christ, this man has been on fire ever since he got a Blink Dagger. And we were saying, yeah, the Blink Dagger is so important for Earthshaker. Tims is confirming this to us, like, yeah, that's the only thing I need. I don't need anything else. He even has a Ghost Scepter now to deal with the TA much nicer and with the Weaver as well. And let's be honest, Ghost Scepter completely cancels them. And the Deuce is getting closer and closer to the Butterfly, which might not bother the TA, but will certainly bother a Weaver that's nowhere close, just near the MKB.
The timing of this all happening, though, Jabs with Obs and Sentries was trying to give vision, try and get some wards down in this area so they can take control of it. And TNC come in at exactly the right time. They kill him off before he can ward. And all of a sudden, Fnatic, they are looking at a fight where everything is dark. Their eyes are closed. They've got nowhere that they can actually maneuver themselves towards any kind of positive teamfight outcome. And we're looking now at a Bristleback with full BKB done. And this tanky, obnoxious late-game lineup from TNC starting to come to fruition.
Yep.
It's Fnatic faltering.
You have the Butterfly now ready and the Deucer for the next team fight. You also have to take away the double damage though. Ice in that Sandstorm. Just to scout a bit for now. TNC getting cold feet about initiating. They catch the Deucer with the burst strike. Can they get her with disruption as well? Yes, they do. Where's the follow-up? Oh, nice stun there, stopping the follow-up completely, and his Jabs actually gets disintegrated, but Cuckoo in trouble, forced to stampede himself away, the fourth step saving his life as well, and they finally get the kill on a bed in the middle of that teamfight with a lasso. He couldn't do anything. Now DJ alone without his teammates. His heart's already broken and soon his face will be as well. TNC is getting back into this game and very strongly with this Dusa heard you last game saying you're not a late game carry anymore. Not that much about Dusa late game carry. He's like, yeah.
Who gives a shit about Dusa? Who cares about Dusa? No, she's not.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Tell me, single thing that changed this game for TNC.
Okay, the Earthshaker Blink Dagger. Earthshaker Blink Dagger, yes, but Dusa is taking the damage. She has the damage.
Tims has blinked 3 times and he has won 3 team fights.
I'm not taking that away from him.
I don't care about this snake lady.
This snake lady.
They're pushing a high ground with a catapult. They're going to be taking the first tier 3 of the game.
That was also a really good lasso, by the way, by a bad rider that does not have Blink Dagger.
Oh, for sure.
So even more impressive. The Bristleback is just going to take this away. And I think these racks might actually fall. That Shrine's also huge. Jabs realizing the strongest hero in this game is the Dusa, so just get her illusions away, but those illusions are not as strong as the real thing. They constantly stun her, and oh my god, the damage there from the Soul Catch. Unfortunately, they can't capitalize on it. She'll get that HP back very soon.
Here comes Tims.
Here comes Tims. They managed to stop us.
Oh my god!
Echo Slime committed just to stop Ice.
The buybacks, they're going to do nothing. They can't catch them.
Gabby, though, slowed down by Diffusal Blade. What can they do here? Wow.
You know what's cooking. Boom! Absolutely destroyed.
Wow.
Bottom lane. What's happening down there? Illusions with catapults pushing tier 3. Drops to 555 HP. Nice.
Wait, Cuckoo might still be in trouble.
Nah, he's fine.
There's no way to cancel the TP.
MP has no stuns. MP still has the cheese. So that previous fight, he got chain stunned into oblivion. Couldn't pop the cheese. Yeah, you're right.
I don't know what's cooking, Gareth.
So what actually? So he got blinked on the previous fight near the shrine when he still had cheese because he got BKB off like in between stuns, but the stone gaze caught him during time-lapse animation.
Yep.
Like he lifted his butt up in the air and he's like, I'm time-lapse. Oh, I'm turning to stone.
And then the Echo Slime finished him off when he was trying to get the final cheese out probably, or no, the final hits before the cheese. Trying to use the cheese super efficiently. And this puts you in a pickle, right, if you're the Weaver, because you want to use the cheese when you're as low on HP as possible. But with the Earthshaker, with the Bad Rider, it's becoming a more and more difficult endeavor. The catch there is there and stopping you from using that ability completely. And was close to reaching level 25.
Go Tims. No Tims. No! He's got buyback. But he yields up. Catching the Bat Rider. Spirit Vessel there with a slow from the diffuser, but the Ghost Scepter gets you out of danger, and there's the Tims buyback. Fnatic have to retreat. Look at them. They're driving away. They've got to get out of here.
Yeah. Okay, now I was saying there's the... Oh, unless they go for Gabby. Level 25 is coming up. Abed already has this, gets the Meld Bash. The Weaver's close. No, he has the Shikuchi movement speed. And Armel's close to getting that... What do you get actually level 25? 1,000 mana, right? If you're not going for the owner.
Armel? I don't know, with the Skadi...
I know the modifier
is pretty nice getting the modifier, but 1,000 mana is so much tankiness.
It really is. And you don't have Mjolnir either, so, you know, unless you're planning on going for later, it's just for the Scotty modifiers.
You could go MKB next, right?
You could, that's true.
You don't need to, there's no butterfly or anything.
The Weaver not.
Honestly, it's a real difficult choice. It depends on how the player's feeling. Like, you've really got to get into the heads of the players to understand what they want to do with that kind of talent choice, because it is very much do I want to be aggressive or defensive? Soul capture on
Nice MP, saving Cuckoo.
I mean, that is a ton of, like, it's 3,000 HP. Is it 60% on soul capture?
No.
Sorry, 40%.
Yeah.
At level 4.
But still, you have to. So the issue with this soul capture.
What is that? 1.3k HP
on the Centaur?
Yeah. So one button press.
Yeah, 1.3. Yeah.
1.3k HP with one button press. That's insane. Third Roshan. Yeah, let's go.
Okay, we'll see. I like, by the way, that the Centaur build, I made a point about it earlier, but the Force Staff is acting as an axe, essentially. Who needs the axe to get through impassable terrain with the other Force Staff? He's been really on point with those forced. I thought it would be just for the Dusa to save her, but instead it's been used on him all the time. And he's actually been just a sponge this whole time. And gets away with the Force Staff every single team fight. Now,
I wonder if Fnatic are going to take the title of intro boys away from Mineski. Where they do very well in the first 15-20 minutes and it all comes crumbling down.
Well, this time I think a lot of credit due to TNC, and mainly it's great Tims. Gabby will be in trouble. They have slowed him down, but this team fight's a bit divided. Ice could be in more trouble here with the Flame Ring pushing him back. AU run towards him, but no Blink Dagger. Means it's so difficult to get this lasso off.
Illusion. Blessings.
TNC just holding that mid lane. Eyeing each other up across the river. Both teams just want to keep the lane shoved. Look at how many dire observer wards are around this area as well. Like double wards up towards the top rune spot for the dire team, one for the Radiant a bit further north. Sentries all over the place around Roche Pit. I'm trying to get a bit more vision down as well with these traps, but they've got sentries all over the place here to TNC to clear them out.
Okay. TNC is keeping guard over this Roshan spot. They're stopping Fnatic from finishing, and Fnatic is a really quick Roshan with the TA, but it's so difficult when TNC is, just walking in like that. Okay, you have a soul request ready. Fnatic is still contested, but a smoke from behind, making sure to catch him. Tims is ready with that Blink Dagger Echo Slam. What will Fnatic choose to do? This is a trap, Fnatic. A fissure stops it, and they force the Lesh offensively. BKB activates Centaur, Stampede as well. Lesh is gone. Gabby gained that kill, and they're hoping to kill MP as well, but he's way too quick for that. And the BKB eats it, she's preemptively. Clever choice. The lasso. Who's gonna go for the lasso? Stopping it. You have it. Dusa, and the Stone Gaze has been committed here as well. They can get the kill now, and the Echo Slam stopping MP. MP gets away, but
the Fisher as well.
Lucky.
Gonna catch the Weaver.
No, MP is too far away. They're gonna kill all of his friends instead. With DJ going down, twice. And now trying to kill off Jabs. They know the stun was there. Jabs to get away with disruption. But MP, very odd positioning there. Thank God he has the movement speed. Whew,
the dieback on the Lesh as well.
Huge dieback on Lesh.
The BKBs do nothing for this Fnatic side. Like, they looked good 25-30 minutes in, but all of a sudden this Dusa, this Bristleback is pumping the physical damage through the BKBs. They don't give a damn. And MP relegated to try and push bottom lane, but he's been caught. Tims, the sentry, the damage is there. Earthshaker solo kills the Weaver. They're gonna force buybacks. They're pushing high ground. They're spamming tips. They're giving it all they've got.
Oh, what will Fnatic do now? The Weaver immediately buys back. They don't want to waste the buyback on the TA just yet.
They might just have to, though.
They have to.
Gabby with 3,000 HP, Armel with 2.2k, Centaur with 3,500 and a refresher shard in his pocket. Tier 3's fallen. Borrow onto the bat, but they've lost Jabs already. No buyback on your Shadow Demon now, and MP just tickling this Centaur doesn't do enough damage whatsoever.
With that, they'll take down the melee racks quickly. And Fnatic, they forced the buyback on TA for absolutely nothing there, because Fnatic can actually contest this. That is the worst case scenario. You lost the 2 buybacks on your 2 main cores, in addition to Leshrac not having it either. And now you have to deal with this Dusa taking out your racks as well. Thank God your tier 1's still up, because otherwise this would be Mayor Keep game, and they might even go for tier 4s here. They have Aegis on Dusa. What is there to fear? Leshrac's back, but you still don't have the defensive disruption. Crimson Guard not helping that much and saving these towers. Look at that Dusa go!
Breaking the front line is so hard. Getting past the Dusa, past the Bristleback, past the Centaur.
Well, yeah.
Like, again, these 3 obnoxious tanky heroes. You can't get into the back lines, and Weaver gets jumped immediately. Nice Force Staff to buy some time, get him away from danger. Swarm comes through, but Gabby, Armel, Cuckoo don't care. They're so damn beefy.
Now, the Pad Rider, the Meld, might get the kill, but the Ghost Hunter saves him. Stampede as well to help him out. The Burrow stuck onto 2, it's not bad, but their 2 is way too tanky. Echo Slam, double Echo Slam! Make sure to kill the Lash, back to the fountain you go! Ice in a similar position, BKB activated, they just want to chase him down. And it just seems like GG will be called out. Weaver caught out in the backlines as well. Fnatic cannot defend this. TNC will win this game. And with this, really high chance of making it to the Epicenter Major.
Oh, that guarantees them playoffs, I believe.
Oh, for sure, but this might mean that they go to the Major themselves.
The first place direct invite, yeah.